Gbenga is ready. Gbenga is live at Magodo GRA Phase 2. There's a quick report he needs to share with us. It's got to do with a degradation of an environmental threat. I'll talk about the degradation of the environment and threats to safety and also threat to existing properties and infrastructure. Gbenga, I mean, you look a bit different leaving the studio. It's like you took some time out to take a walk. And what did you see? Share with us very quickly.
Thank you very much, Joe. I'm here in GRA Magodo Phase 2 in Shangisha, and the residents complaining about developments that is happening around Gorge, in the Gorge, and this would lead to serious environmental impact for the residents if something is not done. They've made their complaints known to the authorities, but it seems that has fell on deaf ears. I have the president of the association of this area, of this zone, with me, Mr. Dotu Ifebogun. He will speak to us about what is happening, the latest developments, and why they are crying for the authorities to stop this development. Please, can you join me, Mr. Ifebogun? Can you tell us what your grouse is with the current development that is going on in the Gorge area and why the Residents Association vehemently oppose this?
Okay, good morning. Thank you very much. I think we need to start from the history. For the past 20 years thereabout, this place has remained a gorge, undeveloped. Then in the old and the new master plan of the state, this place was never allocated. Okay? Now, some years back, someone tried to build there, this building you are seeing there, and that was stopped because of the same reason of non-allocation, no plan for development in this gorge. This gorge is supposed to serve as a drain flow and just to make the environment stable. That's why you have this cliff that we're standing on there, holding the main road. But all of a sudden, someone sold a dummy to the state government to say that it could have access to a landlocked location. If you look around, you see that this place is landlocked. The houses have been built, existing for the past 20 or more years. So someone sold a dummy to say that he can have access to this and claiming that he will pull down his own property. This same property that he pulled down is being redeveloped, if you can look at that angle. So the question is, how did you have access to this place? That's one. The second thing is that you want to create structures here. We don't have any plan. We don't have any form of confirmation that there is an approval. And we had to reach out to the government to say, we object to this. We wrote to them, physical planning, and many of the other agencies within the state to say that this should not stand. But they ignored us. The only thing we see was some people came with armed police, with boss of the physical planning right here, and started demolishing, causing nuisance to the entire environment.
And when did this happen?
This happened middle of July, right? We wrote letter since April. They responded that they will not accede to our request. Now they came to develop, right? To demolish this. And we knew that demolition is not just the only action. There was something under their sleeves. And we are worried that all our earned money will go to waste. For your information, this entire road stretch was tarred by residents of the zone. This flora and fauna that you see here was put together to hold this entire space. So why would somebody just come without any approval to prevent erosion? Somebody will just come to say demolish and start to rebuild. Where's the approval?
Now, you've said you've made your complaints known to the authorities, and the authorities seem to be in cahoots with the developers, since they came with armed operatives and some sort of police protection. Where are we at the moment with regards to taking this conversation forward? The developers refuse to show the planning, the plans and the authority to go ahead with it, and you've made complaints to the Ministry of Physical Environment and Urban Planning, and you're not getting any response. What's the latest, and what action is your association taking next to see redress?
Okay, thank you very much. After the invasion of the entire environment, we had to petition the state governor and also copy these same ministries. It was after then that some 2-3 days ago, they came to inspect. We had to actually go into the public, to the media, to say, come and save our soul. It was after then, 3 days thereabout ago, that they came and put a stop order. So our question is, was there an approval in the first place? Why are you now putting a stop order? Okay? Now, in putting this stop order, they have also not said anything about maintaining the status quo. This cliff was standing there fully fitted. It has been excavated. Okay? With these rains that happened in the last couple of days, you can imagine what will happen when this entire mass of sand is now flowing on the properties that are existing on its own. Okay, so we are very worried. We are worried that government, in the wisdom, are not seeing this from our angle. We are very worried that the environment is being degraded, and we are very worried that people's means of livelihood are under threat. And look at the road. I mean, even without this, you can see the path of flow of water and the impact that it's having on the road. We have to do this by ourselves. Yeah, this is self-help, and now they are causing this more to it.
And the Residents Association has decided that this gorge is a no construction zone. It's always been part of the master plan for this zone. And if they go ahead to construct, if your complaints fall on deaf ears, what would be the environmental impact for the residents of your zone?
Okay, the interesting thing is that we've done an environmental impact assessment of this entire space. And the environmental impact assessment went as far as reviewing the development plan of the entire location. And the answer was that it's a no development point. This is supposed not to be developed at all. So there must have been a reason why the governments of Fashola, the governments of the governor after him, and even one of our residents, used to be a deputy governor, was against this entire plan. So we are wondering how this new so-called approval came about that will now put us in this danger and also expose everybody to such environmental degradation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ifebogon. We do really appreciate it. And guys in the studio, we have our reporters on ground. We'll speak to all the parties involved, the authorities, and make sure we get to the end of this. Because just standing here and witnessing this, I can tell you that there's a real clear and present danger in constructing. I'm not an engineer, but I can tell you from what I see that, you know, the gorge is quite big, and construction, there's no retaining wall on this side, and construction really shouldn't be going on here. But I mean, in true New Central style, we have our pulse on the situation, and we'll bring you updates on the entire process, and also give you updates on any developments.
Bringing that update, thank you so much, Gbenga. That indeed is a crisis waiting to happen, and here we'll continue to follow up with that story.